Yo, peace and blessings. Much love to you. May the sun shine wherever you are right now. Follow-up video on focus too, man. In the past 10, 12 days, there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of conversation happening, which I think is fantastic. A lot of people have been reaching out to me, man, which is dope. Not that I'm the guy with all the answers, but people just been reaching out, period. Asking questions. I get a chance to ask them questions. We get a chance to build, which is what all this is about anyway. And a lot of people confused and just beat down, man. There's just a lot of shit going on right now, and we're funneling into an even more concentrated time with these elections coming up and the Olympics and all these world events going on. And what I know about anything of studying the history of this country, my people, is that confusion rules the day, man. Confusion rules the day. You don't need an army. You don't need a drone strike. You don't need propaganda, really. Propaganda just kind of reinforces. All you need is confusion. All you need is the people with the power to be confused, and you can pretty much run amok and do whatever you want. I spent this week dibbling and dabbling with the RNC because it is happening, and a lot of people think I'm just anti the system and shit, and I'm not. The system is made to work for us. We just haven't galvanized ourselves correctly to work the system. So I do pay attention, and man, what a shit show, man! Even Republicans know that this is a shit show, and they should feel ashamed of themselves for letting it get this way. But this is the cause of us not focusing, of us not paying attention, of us focusing too late. And now we just have to deal with what we're given. But I'm optimistic with all these things, man. There's all kinds of things that are lined up for us, and we're not gonna go there. But whatever is gonna come, I'm very hopeful, more than hopeful. I'm optimistic. I'm knowing that the people can overcome whatever setbacks or drawbacks we see. So focus, man. Last time we talked about it, just a general focus. There's a lot of fodder and a lot of rhetoric and a lot of talking points going on. And it happens when you talk, and we have to talk. We must have certain conversations that we haven't been having. So there are going to be disagreements. There are going to be people who feel some kind of way and this kind of way, and opinions and all those kinds of things. So once you really start to hone in the idea of focus, man, the most important thing then becomes, what are you focusing on? We've been kind of beat into submission that we are meant to do something. All of us, American, wherever you are in the world, we've always just been beating this drum of have to do something. We have to do something. So when I'm talking to a lot of people now, they're exasperated because they don't know what to do. What do we do? What do I do? Okay, I followed the hashtags. Okay, I opened a bank account with my black bank. Okay, I'm reaching out to my community and having these conversations. And what do we do? How do we change this? Shit, man, you can't do shit. Come on, somebody had to tell you. Somebody had to keep it real with you. You can't do nothing, man. Only thing you can do is you. Do you, as the words say. Do you. Focus. Focus on you. Focus on what you're here for. Focus on what you were doing, what you wanted to do, what you plan on doing. There are things that we can and should and need to be doing to start coming together in our own communities, and then as a larger community, maybe a countrywide community. One day we start talking about the united part of the United States. But until we get all of that, man, also so many things that we have to tackle, so many personal issues, community issues, like we have to focus in on what we individually are doing. You can become the most hotep brother in the world, cop you 1,000 dashikis. You can be the most stout Republican. You can be the Greenpeace, the leftist, whatever you want to attach yourself to. When it comes down to it, it's going to come down to what you're doing in any of those scenarios. So if you're a bigot, if you're a Klansman, if you're in the Klan, man, focus. Get focused. They getting focused. You ain't got to tell them. They getting focused. Hate, man, the hate that spews, whatever's behind it, hate focuses you in. I know that because I felt hate before. You know, I've felt hate towards an entire world. And in many different fractions. I've been competitive all my life. I've played sports where, sports is supposed to be this sportsman thing, but when you get into a real heated competitiveness, man, you can dip into the hate feelings for some people you don't know on the other side of the ball. It focuses you in. When you were hating something, when you got your energy riled up, and hate is just underneath love, which is the ultimate energy in this world and in this universe, hate is a very strong energy. So with all that spewing around, man, there's people focusing. They might be focusing in on the wrong things, but they're focusing. And what you have to do is you have to focus. Use the I want to say gas mask. We're not talking about gas mask. The air mask from the airplane. That analogy. It's so simple, but it's always stuck out to me that like you can't help anybody until you put the mask on yourself. If you have 15 kids with you and 10 infants, and those masks come down and the altitude is being messed with, like you have to take care of yourself no matter how much your child is screaming, no matter how concerned you are of the things around you. You have to take care of yourself. If not, you'll die trying to help these other causes, these other people. And that kind of goes against what we naturally feel. We feel, a lot of us, even though a lot of us are narcissistic and selfish, a lot of us, we are a part of the global community by nature. We just haven't accepted it, therefore we're not acting that way. But we want to be a part of groups. We want to put our energy towards something else first. What needs to happen now is that we need to focus on what we're doing. So as I get my information and I'm studying more and more, and I continue studying and continue to learn more about what's going on now, what has happened, because you really can't understand what's going on now without understanding what has happened. All the different talking points, all the political ones, I have to stay aware of it, but I'm focusing in on what I need to do now. What I'm doing right now is I'm drawing, coloring. I took my Friday off and I'm coloring because it brings me peace. It brings me meditative peace. I get to think, I get to listen to some music, just enjoy myself for a bit. And while I'm doing it, I have the thought of like, man, I could be doing this. I should be writing a new poem. I should be making new videos to galvanize my however many people are going to view this, and it's not necessary. When we get on here, I'm making these videos because a few people have seen them and they've struck a chord. And if only 5 people watch this video, only 1 person shares it, it's all good. That's my part. Some people are going to really feel like they need to take on the world and take on all of these cases and change how the police feel and do all of this and change the Constitution. And maybe you ain't gonna do it on your own though. And if you are gonna do it, it's not gonna happen until you focus in on what needs to be done. Your attention is the most important thing up for sale right now. During this time, your attention is gold. There's billions of dollars being thrown about right now to grab your attention for a minute, for a day, however long you're going to be playing Pokemon. There's big money in grabbing your attention and taking you away. And every time you see your news or whatever comes up on your feed that drains your soul, man, I had to stop jumping on my timelines in the morning, because it's like there are so many terrible things going on. Every time I get online, a video is being sent to me, an article is being sent to me, something is being sent to me to let me know how fucked up things are for a majority of people. And maybe because I'm a bit of an empath, I think a lot of us are, who are inhabiting the mass majority of people in the world right now. You know, we are empaths. There's going to be more and more empaths. The young ones, the little ones, the babies, they're empaths, man. They're taking in all this energy, whether we like it or not. So I recognize that in myself, and I have to find my own solace. I have to find my own peace. I have to turn the radio off. I have to turn the TV off. I have to stay offline for a bit. I have to not engage in every bit of opinion and so forth, because that's a rabbit hole in itself. And I try to offer my opinions here and there and try to start conversations up, but like, you can find yourself going all 5 pages deep, going back and forth with somebody about an opinion of things, and that's cool if it's constructive. If we're building, then that's cool. That's what needs to be done. But like, check yourself, man. If you on here just scrolling for your rhetoric, again, I said it last video. We're gonna talk about that next, the rhetoric. Really dig into that bit. But if you are constantly searching for validation of your rhetoric, you need to check yourself. I had to check myself. You know, a lot of us, we want to be right about whatever right now, because we don't know what the fuck's going on. We can't put a finger on a lot of things. We're hearing a lot of different sputter and talk from places. So my suggestion in this time is to take some time out to yourself, man. Take this weekend. You know, take a weekend coming up. Take a day. Turn your phone off. Center yourself. You know, go get some stones. It sounds crazy until everybody's fucking meditating in the park because the world around us is going in flames. It's going to sound crazy until you're sitting your ass on the sidewalk somewhere trying to find peace. Find peace now. Focus in on what we need. What the world needs is you. And whatever you've been holding back, whatever you've been faking on, whatever has been overwhelming you, that's what the enemy wants, is to keep you away from that. Not from marching and all that. You can do that. It's cool. But your individual gift is what we need. If your individual gift is galvanizing people to march, then do that. And do it to the best, you know. If your gift is writing, photography, I was talking to my brother. He's a great photographer, and he does many other things as well. And he was just talking about, man, the focus is crazy right now. I'm trying to focus, and I'm trying to be me. He's one of the most positive brothers I know, man. And I can see in his, in between this, I see the enemy winning, because that's a beautiful light we have, a brother that could just be creating, and he's stifled for a moment, you know, as I've been, when I'm like, I don't want to write, I don't want to do anything, and the world can't move forward without that, man, with us scattered all over the place, with our emotions being pulled and yanked here to and fro by any news clip or video clip that we see. So I'm going to get out of here, keep this under the 15-minute mark. If you receive this and you come to the end, man, much love to you. You know, the world needs you. I need you. We need you. Stay focused. Get on your ding. Find something that makes you happy and do that shit. And do it and keep doing it. And keep doing it. And then find more things that make you feel good and do that. And focus in on that. If you find yourself feeling some kind of way, recognize what you're focusing on. We're not meant to be hopeless. We're not meant to be sad and afraid and fearful and fretting. That's not our nature. So with all that, man, peace and love to you. Stay focused. Keep going. Keep going. Much love. Salute.